Evening all, how are you doing? And felt weird then. Because I've been scratched. Wednesday. I feel like we're further through the week than we are, but it's been a fairly intense one, so now that's the way it goes, isn't it? Good one though so far. How's everybody doing? We're all well. Are we ready to go fishing? Looking forward to it. Should be cool. I jumped in very, very briefly earlier today to tweak my perks and stuff around about lunchtime. Just make sure I had everything set up, because not fun to do that on stream. It takes like 45 minutes, half an hour maybe. And yeah, it's not particularly exciting to watch. So I made my adjustments earlier. Alakazam. And we have life. How's things, feline? I do like the new shots. They're quite nice. I don't recognise where that last one was. This one's a really cool slow motion shot in the Toxic Valley though. I actually quite like that shot. Yeah, oddly mesmerising. And yeah, you see worked on. Well, hopefully it'll be improved and up and running and so on and so forth for you. So, I've already done this because just in case I forget, but always worth noting, if you're a Fallout First player, grab your score boost on day one because, yeah, you don't want to miss it, do you? And then you can take full advantage. I don't have very many score boosts at the moment, so we're a bit limited, but it's all good. Works is just leaking. That's potentially problematic. So we've got an expensive bundle that has a floating trash pile. Yay, lovely. Floating dock floor, floating lily pad, rotan trash... Rotan... What? Tackle stash box. I assume it's supposed to be this thing. Is it supposed to be rotan or rattan? I was thought it'd been rat. But anyway, whatever. A suffix, fish trap, floating mold pie, floating rusted toxic waste barrel, cooler. Oh, I see. Some of this is interesting. What to make of that? Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. Most of this stuff is What's the deal with the fish trap? Generates fish. Huh. Interesting. Sure how I feel about that. I don't imagine it catches rare fish. I assume it's only common ones. The stash box is fine. The cryo freezer, I'm not too bothered about myself. But cool. As I understand it, it just prevents your food from rotting. But yeah, I can't see myself really using it. I don't tend to use food very much. To the point they actually took the good with salt perk away from my loadouts because I wasn't using it. How's it going, Nar? You alright? Evening, Tenge? Yeah, there's some interesting bits in there, but I'm also a little... that floating stuff, if it doesn't allow you to be able to snap anything to it, walls and the like, which means it's probably not very useful, for now at least. I don't know. I'm a bit on the fence about this. The Winter Mansion bundle is coming back. There's some good bits in this. But I wouldn't recommend the prefab, which I think I actually have. But it's just too bloody big. It's the same problem the other big house has. It's just too big to decorate. Load of kitty cat stuff. Wildcat. Well, they're all somewhat mild, let's be honest. There's a camp slot there that is at a slightly reduced price if you need one. I'm tempted, actually. Yeah, I'll ponder that. I may well do it, though. And a bunch of other bits and pieces coming back. Bowling team bundle. Some good bits there. I think I picked it up. I don't think there's the light there that's interesting. And then there's the displayable bowling balls. But it's a bit limited. Half price isn't a bad price, actually. Good Fortunes bundle. Excuse me. Some okay bits in there, but I don't think I'm in a rush for any of them. And shelter. Some decent bits and pieces at the bottom. Log cabin kits there. Grab that if you haven't. You can't wallpaper it, but if you want log cabins, it's worth having. We've got the carry weight booster. The other bits and pieces on here. Ghostly incineration bundle. Honeycomb witch, dark tree with light set, owl, ghostly lantern, black cat, and cremator paint. Already got the incinerator. I mean, a lot of what's on there is quite cool. Not a bad price. Ponder that. A couple of bits there that I'm going to ponder. It's Pride Month, so get your pride on. Goin Fission emote. Let's have it. And nothing else that I'm too bothered about right now. So yeah, on the fence about that. There's a new bundle available, by the way, with like a prefab and a suit of power armor in it, I think. I'm not sure if it's a skin or an actual new type of power armor. And some other bits and pieces. But looking at it, I don't think I'm too impressed. Yeah, he didn't bowl me over or make me think... each time they do one of these bundles, I look at them and just think, they're not really worth the price. And this one's no different. There's a bunch of creators who are going to get asked Bethesda for for the bundle so that they can review it and have gotten a yes. So you'll sort of see their reviews. But to be honest, I don't think it's worth the money. So I haven't asked because I didn't think I really wanted to ask Bethesda to give me something I'm just going to then pan. It didn't seem fair, really. But as I haven't asked for it, I don't mind saying it. Alright then. So, tickets to gold bullion. From previous seasons, my unspent tickets become gold bullion, which is at a 1-to-1 rate. Very, very nice. Except that I don't have any space to actually take that because my bullion's maxed out because I've got nothing to spend billion on. There's a sentence and a half. So yeah, it's more than a little bit pointless. Anyway, camp's going to go up in a detailed video on Friday. Is right here. This was originally supposed to move, but I started adding bits to it and then went over the blueprint budget and yeah, I can't move it because of that. I was like, well, I could strip it back, but then it'll look shit, so I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, this one's staying here. Here is the, what's it? What the fuck's the place called? We're over here, by the way. River Adventures, that's it, dock. Which I initially had it coming out to like about here. I was like, oh, that's great. And then I realised the water's not deep enough to actually fish off the end of it. I was like, oh, I'll have to extend it. So now the dock is this long and I've decorated it so I can actually fish off the end of it. Just about. Or we'll be able to. I got the flag moves with the wind. Yep, I got a nice blowing flag. And made sure it was the most up-to-date one I could find. It's Pride Month. It's appropriate to show our support for our friends. And also it pisses off the gammons, so the trash can take itself out. So I'm entirely okay with that too. Here's my fishing living space. We don't have a guttable fish, so it's a guttable frog on the table. I did initially have stuff the other way around, and then I realised that the fish was likely to spray its guts and scales and stuff all over the bed when I was gutting it, so I rearranged the inside for that reason. Anyway, let's have a look at challenges, shall we? Let's get this season on the road. Aluminium, daily challenge, catch fish, craft or scrap ranged weapon, cripple ghoul leg, gain XP, take a camera picture of a Mirelurk hunter. Probably going to be annoying, isn't it? We'll see. I might come back to that one. Catch fish. Collect purified water. Definitely, probably going to re-roll that one. Complete events. Craft energy ammo I can do. Craft fish bits. Eat a cooked meal. I don't want to do that one either. Will you fuck off with the shitty... kill creatures. Kill cultists. Produce ceramic. It's a really annoying set of shitty challenges this time. What's the daily one? Take a picture of a Mirelurk hunter. And I can do that. I don't want to, but I can. Purified water is annoying. I'm not doing that one, so I can go away. Complete event. Wonderful. That's up there twice now. I'll be doing that anyway. Eat a cooked meal. That one's re-rolling as well. Spit out the bone. I mean, scrap junk to produce bone. That's going to be dead easy. I've got a Braxton just not too far away. So I've got anything in my camp right now? I don't think I have I? Other than crafting energy ammo. Let's do that while we're here. I managed to forget in the initial build to put a punch card machine in. It wasn't until today I was like, oh shit, I didn't do that. So it's now tucked in the corner here, which is fine. Yeah, I could do that, but I just don't want to eat that many meals. Yeah, I've done it enough times as well. Sound like a broken record on this one, Steve, but they need to rip off these challenges out and put the challenge system out and come up with something that's actually engaging to do, because the current challenge system is so boring. And it has been since about year 2 of challenges, and we are, what, 5 years in at this point or some shit? 4 years in? Anyway. Rant, 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 go, go, go. Old man yells at cloud, etc. Anyway, hope you're doing well, Steve. Do not eat the fish you catch. Well, depends what and to do with them. They're better off cooked, generally speaking, unless you want to turn into Gollum. So Mirelurk hunter, that should be easy enough to do. Fish and Savage Divide, aluminium, that should be easy enough to do as well. I need aluminium and bone. I think probably get both of those at Braxton's. So let's run off over there. cancel the sound back since it's still in video mode. You know what we do need? We need settings profiles so that I can have a video making profile and a gameplay profile, and preferably a I'm actually recording tour profile, so that I can just at the press of one button switch between entirely different settings setups, rather than having to faff with the menus every time. On the fence. That was a weird lag. Right. Alright, aluminium. I would think there's a decent amount of that in here somewhere. I should probably plenty. Excuse me? How very dare you shoot me in the back? Go deal with the raiders. Oh, we lagging today, I see. You lot are not very efficient, are you?
Real good.
No, you didn't. Yeah, lagging somewhat chronic today. I think it was a weapons-based perk as well. Challenge somewhere. Craft or scrap ranged weapons. Oh, wonderful. Finally decide I'll have all of that. Oh yeah, everything's supposed to be a little bit more compact in there now, isn't it? Wonderful. Ceramic was on the list as well, wasn't it? I needed a load of ceramic. Find any ceramic here, might be pushing my luck a little. Don't see any coffee cups, unfortunately. Oh dear God. You know, you come back to Fallout 76 after you haven't played in a few days when it makes your eyeballs hurt because it's just not good when you move around. Like, the frame delivery is just not stable in it at all. Something to that effect. Even games where the frame rate moves around more are somehow just smoother on the eyes. I don't know. Always has been, though. Should I have put the B score boosters I have on at this point? Yeah, probably. Like the never. I'm sure I'll find ceramic somewhere in my travels. Cooking oil and salt to make the fried fish. Interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. That's one advantage with Private Worlds, though. I can Google it easily enough. How do you mean, Grandma? You alright? Let's look up how to grill fish as you don't have a grill. You just need a cooking station. There seems to be a lot of people struggling to understand this. From what I can tell, is a very, very basic thing on this. I'm not sure if that's Bethesda not explaining it very well, or if people just not using brain. I don't have a great deal of faith in humanity, so I'm kind of inclined to go either way on that one. $15 ceramic. That's a lot of ceramic. Anything else I was doing here? No, probably not. So we need ceramic. I need ranged weapons. What time is it? 39. So there'll be an event coming up in a minute. Gill legs, creatures, events, fish bits, ceramic, fish, cultists. So much of this is fishing based, it's unsurprisingly. Well, there's an event. There's AWOL armaments. I can jump on that. We'll see what the next event is in a few seconds though first. Let's run back to the camp and drop some shit off, and then we'll make a decision. We're fishing all morning. Nice. Yes, there's garbage. I've only got 3 of them. I'm kind of wondering whether or not I might be better off using them at the end when it's harder to rank up. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't make any difference, really. I've got 3 and I don't even remember where they come from, so I don't particularly foresee a chance of me getting more of them. I think on the scoreboard, but I don't recall seeing any, which probably means they're the post-rank 150 thing, and I'm not even going to try and get up there. It's a waste of time. Literally better things to do. Do I want to do free range? Not really. Could do free range. I don't really want to. No, it's a drag. I'll go do AWOL armaments. It's less annoying to do. Free range is just a little bit... yeah. Girls are far and wide in the US. Yeah, well, you know, no helping some people, is there? Either way, the problem is not so much the choice of words as the fact it's cook fish. Doesn't matter whether it's grill, bake, roast, wave in front of a radiator for 10 minutes. It's all the same shit. In 76 at least. Did the catch 76 fishes today? That's a fairly extensive fishing session. Ricochet's doing good work, I see. Didn't ask your fucking opinion, game. Very annoying. That's the winding path. Yeah, that'll do it. I do kind of hate that place. It's the only thing. When I say kind of, I mean absolutely with a fiery passion hate that place. Nice. Hashtag game plays its fucking self. Loads of plates in the bath somewhere. Yeah, where's that? I know where you mean. I can't think of the name of the place. The Maya. There. Bloody Franks. Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of more inclined towards trying not to do expeditions rather than trying to do expeditions at the moment. I'm kind of sick of them after the last 6 months plus of 9 months of grinding them for legendaries and getting naff all. Kind of at the point where if I never see it again, it would be too soon, you know? So my tolerance for the bullshit in this game is steadily declining, to be honest. I'm putting up with it for too long, I think. And they're moving it in the wrong direction, so it just, you know, the more they change in the game, the less I feel inclined to tolerate the crap, you know? You were fine a minute ago, you bellend. What's going on now? Fuck off. Come on, tent. Place, you absolute bastard. Place. Me sideways. Where? This display thing I should want, isn't it? Or armor HUD. Still does not show, despite the change it's supposed to have it show your glow, it does not in fact do that, so it was a completely useless addition then. Update to random. Yeah, well, some of them are. Some of them are based on other challenges that are not quite as random. But, yeah. Anyway, what was I doing? That's what I was doing. Vince fucked off while I had to screw around with that. Right, 25 cultists. Might be a good bet, because they're quite nearby. Let's do that. To watch the perk video. Worth going through. They've changed a bunch of stuff, so yeah. It's actually not the longest list ever. And not every perk is going to be relevant to everybody, of course. So immediately you'll have a few things to tweak and adjust. And then if you decide to rework your whole build, that will obviously result in more to change.
I know.
Die! Can I not? Oh, you dodgy fella, eh? Step back just as I swung. There's a place just over here that might have a bunch more of them in, actually. Let's see, it's all dingy. Here somewhere, I'm sure of it. Sure, I mean, not too sure at all. That looks like it might be it. Yeah, there we go, there it is. I feel like there was one more somewhere. That's a scorch. That sucks. Bad day for somebody. taking damage hasn't been interrupting my fast travel so much lately. I'm not too unhappy about that. Cheers now. It's excited to get the slime cake. When you did, you realise how gross it was. Did the name not give it away, Feline? I mean, they could have gone the whole hog and called it a snot cake, and that would have really gotten their vibe across, but...
And I will not forever in the light.
Sent a couple of friends of mine a picture I saw of a real, honest-to-God product that was on sale in a musical instrument shop over here. It's designed to help you avoid dropping your guitar picks and your drumsticks, and it's called Gorilla Snot. So yeah, that made me chuckle the other day. Honest to God, real product. So I need a bunch more cultists. I can easily get a few of those. Need more ceramic. Cultists and ceramics. And ghoul legs. Let's get the ceramic because we're not terribly far from Bloody Frank's, are we? Yeah, it's basically all the same thing. Yeah, that's a really cool picture of a stylized gorilla with a runny nose on the label. No. Comes in a little round pot. And it's a green. On the other hand, yeah. Perhaps not. Though I did once have an incident where a drumstick shot out of a drummer's hand, pinged off his ride cymbal, and went whistling past me in the middle of a gig, and that was funny. So I do, in some level, at least see the appeal. Was somewhat unexpected. Here's your head, buddy. You have to be careful throwing grenades around here if you want to go and find the ceramic, because this lot is not static and it does go flying. I'm slightly lost, mostly because, there we go, everything went bang. There's a chemistry station or something around here. Nope. No, there is not. And there probably is somewhere, but I want to get back to a camp, probably. Ceramic, I could go and deal with cultists. Cultists' creatures are the big ones, aren't they? Go and whack a bunch of cultists. Would cost me 197 caps to fast travel because I'm over encumbered. What a fucking giraffe. But no! What about waiting for that flamethrower to stop flaming? And I was just like, nah, can't be bothered. Oh, there is a... fucking run. There is a bench just up here, though. It is a good logo, isn't it? Yeah, that's the change. It's assuming that I have the travel agent perk on, which I don't. Which is kind of cool that you can actually see what it would be if I did have the travel agent perk. Because cost of fast travel has been reduced, so that's cool. But if you have a travel agent perk now, instead of reducing your fast travel cost, it allows you to fast travel while over encumbered at an increased cost. Presumably that's the increased cost. Love of the sword out when I click back in hell. Ah! I don't want much, just absolute unswerving, unhesitating obedience from everything in the universe. Like yesterday, please. It was underwhelming. Yeah, why do they put costing for fast travel? I don't know. I mean, there's a way of taking cash out of people's pockets, I guess, but it doesn't take enough to actually maintain an economy in any way, shape or form, so it just, yeah, I've never heard an adequate answer, to be honest. All the things they've taken out and changed and adjusted, that seems to be one of the dumbest ones that they've left in. You know, stuff that they should have left in that they've taken out. You have to understand. Right, Lilac Hunter and Ghoul Legs. And cultists, where am I? Okay, so Purple Ghoul Legs. Good airline charging you for heavy bags. At least an airline charging you for heavy bags makes some degree of sense. Yeah, if it felt like somebody was providing you with a service, it might be a bit different for airline, yeah. Airline charging for everything they get away with. Yeah, but airlines want to discourage excess number of people packing too much stuff because it affects, like, weight of the plane is a rather important consideration. And they want to cash it, obviously. But, you know, it's kind of a two birds with one stone thing there. There's at least some kind of sense to that. Some kind of sense. Yeah, this just doesn't make sense. But yes, as you say, paying somebody to drive you in their horse and cart halfway across Skyrim, that I can get behind. Alright, let's see what happens when I whack you in the leg then, my pedagogy chum. I hit you in the arm. Wonderful. Bloody flying fucking start, aren't we? And it didn't even bloody cripple them. Seriously, I fucking hate whoever came up with this stupid fucking crippling idea. I know they're doing the damnedest to make it viable. They are not succeeding. It's always been annoying, and I rather suspect it's always going to be bloody annoying. Oh dear. Anyway, my like hunter, we'll worry about in a minute. And cultists, I guess. Good. Probably in the right area for both of these here. How doing, Lotus? You alright? Good morning. Evening Berserker, how's it going? Well, I mean, they all charge for everything they can get away with, but just that particular charge at least has some shred of relevance to it. Huh. Well, that's a conveniently timed event, isn't it? I think your spelling might be a tiny little bit off there, mean grammar. In a highly amusing fashion, but... I don't think there's any survivors in there. I don't think so. Teleport from Star Trek. Yeah. I mean, if it's like a Star Trek transporter, then you should be dead. I know they've tried to come up with justifications for why they're not dead and this, that and the other, but the justifications are crap. Still got cultists to take down, have we? No, I think we got enough, didn't we? Good, wonderful. Don't know how long the bundle with the Pavilion kit will be around for. I haven't got a clue because it didn't show up on my Atomic Shop on account of my already having it. Unless it says otherwise. Well, I mean, it depends where it is on. I feel like I'm listening to some music from Mass Effect here. So, if it's on like one of the first couple of pages here, like these two, then this one you're going to get probably 2 weeks out of. Probably. This one you'll get 1 week out of. And I think it's more likely there than there. If it's on Greatest Hits, that'll only be a week as well. So yeah, that's the best information I can give you right now. You were green for a hop. Alright, I'll let you off then. That's a rage, but I'll forgive it for a moment. Just this once. I don't believe there's a new dock set available at the moment, although I did hear something that's at least vaguely related, so... I don't remember if I saw something vaguely related on the season, or if something's due to reappear on the Atomic Shop, but... something along those lines? Have a rummage around. It's triggering something in the back of my brain. sure what, but it's triggering something. Pressing lack of range on that throw. That's better. That's more like it, innit? New construction of 3 ponds. Oh, might have to have a look up there. But we need to have a look in Lucky Hole Mine as well. Apparently. Somebody was very emphatically shouting in the comments of one of my recent videos that there are changes in there. If I remember, we'll make a flying visit. Please for the track a few of the Milex. Come on, get up here. A little worried that wasn't going to work for a minute. Finally, they're coming. Wonderful. The auto-axe have had a very mild nerf in this update, by the way. See, it is mild, but it is nonetheless a nerf. It's part of the Fallout First catch-up, is it? I'll have to have a look. Again, I didn't see a Fallout First catch-up bundle. Don't know that means very much, but... For the love of... It's a fucking big hole down there. We're having sushi tonight. Squishy, possibly, given the mess I'm making, but anyway. That was a good throw, actually. Wonderful. Fallout First catch-up bundle. A few more bundles under here. I always forget to have a look at this. Almost certainly stuff in here that I do want to catch up on. Should pretty much show here. Like it's that one. Yeah, it is not. Doesn't seem to be there for me. No, I think because I already own it, it's not showing up, I'm guessing. You do another event. Let's go and do Manhunt. Seeing as it's there. 14th. If it's in the 2-week category, I suppose it will be around till the 14th. You won't have a lot of room left over, but you should be about.
As the warden of Eastern Regional Penitentiary, I'm coming to you with an urgent message. Mad Dog Malone is on the loose. Again. I am deputizing any citizens hearing this message, head to Grafton Dam, and attempt to subdue him. I need him taken alive. I will make an example of him to all the other
In a minute.
stewards. My marshals will take care of transporting him back here.
Flail uncontrollably. Where are you, you mutated bastard? Rolling along nicely. That was not very successful. Well, it's successful from a challenger standpoint, not from a legendary scrapping point of view, but anyway. Not a problem. Yeah, you'd think the docks would have been a good time to add the docks, really, wouldn't you? But just those things. Fish, kill an enemy in the Savage Divide. Fish, fish, fish. And more events. Kill enemies in the Savage Divide. How many do I need? 5. Okay, that won't be too difficult then. Let's go here. There's definitely more than 5 there, I think. It won't give superb bait. I know that much. I've been very, very emphatic about pointing out the only place to get superb bait is seasons. But it might give improved bait. Probably will, in fact. There's something in the atomic shop, I think, that gives bait. Was it the atomic shop or was it the season? I forget. Huh, weird. Like 4 in one go there. 3 in one go, 1 kill there. One more bad guy, please step forward and stick their neck on the block. I am a chopping. Also impatient and annoyed. But, I don't see any more baddies. Also going to sneeze. Let's not sneeze. Thank you for volunteering, my friend. Evening, Grey. What build do I think is the best with new perk changes? I'd say do whatever you like that's viable, really. I wouldn't worry too much about what's best. The game is not sufficiently difficult for that to be even worth considering, really. Don't do Bloodied because it's just generally a very, very sad choice. Other than that, go for something that appeals to you. Pick a gun that you think is going to be fun or a weapon. Shotguns have gotten a sizable buff if you really want to look into builds on those lines. If that appeals to you, it's become more viable, as I understand it, with this update than it's previously been, so that might be worth a look, depending on how you feel about such things. Heavy guns are always viable. They've moved the goalposts and the nature of automatic weapons and rifle builds. Other rifle-type weapons are more viable than they used to be as well. Which is not to say that automatic rifles and stuff aren't viable. They still are. Just how you get there's a slightly different route to it used to be, so not too well up on that at the moment. Yeah, just investigate something that sounds fun, or have a couple of maybes that sound fun, and investigate that. Cremator is too fun to pass up? No, it isn't. Absolutely not. They should take it out of the game. Don't do that either. It's even worse than Bloodied. Absolutely do not do that. Cremator should never have been put in the game. It was a very stupid decision. And I think, apart from events, which I don't think there are any rolling at the moment, we're on to fishing now. Been a commando with Elder's Mark. Oh, that's fun. I haven't tried Elder's Mark. I did give there's a nudge that I know got passed up the chain. I don't know if we'll get acted on, but regarding certain weapons that would be fun to use that are no good for people who free aim, like alien rifle, alien blasters, and alien disruptor of the rifle, isn't it? And also the VU-63 laser carbine, because they don't have any kind of sights on them, so they're useless if you're not using VATS, or at least in first person anyway. So I passed that message on to Bethesda, and it got a nod and a passed on. Whether or not anything will come of that, who knows? But yeah, who knows? Maybe that'll become a fun thing to try out at some point. Yeah, Elder's Mark is one I want to try sometime. Quite fun. Shouldn't have been put in the game at the Cremator. Honestly, in a multiplayer game, neither should like the Fat Man or the Nuka Launcher and things like that. I get why they are in the... Well, I get why the Fat Man's in the game, but still really shouldn't be. But yeah, Cremator, absolutely not. And the Nuka Launcher shouldn't have been put in either. They're both bloody awful decisions. They are extremely obnoxious to anybody else in the, surrounding 5 miles. So they're really, really awful in a multiplayer game. And I think a couple of things to stash there. And we should be good to go. I should put a fusion core charger in while I'm here, shouldn't I? Need that, don't need that, don't need that. Might be able to sell that. Go away, go away, go away. Fusion core charger in somewhere.
Can I harvest?
So, I do need to check whether or not a fusion core charger needs more power than I currently have. Let's speak of the devil. Requires 20 power, and I do not have 20 power. Okay, I'm not bothering with that then. I'll get them a stash box for now. I'll deal with it another time. Actually, no, I will keep those because I might need power armor. Right. It's night time though. I don't really want to do the fishing in the night time. That kind of sucks. No, I don't want to go fishing in the night time. No, I'm going to do. We're going to fuff around just one cotton picking minute. Archer? Yeah, I've heard fun things about the Archer, if you want to go with that. Yeah, definitely. Lol. Nice, Steve. To be fair, yeah, like, I get why the Fat Man is included. It's an iconic Fallout weapon. You couldn't have a Fallout game that didn't include it. At the same time, it's a really awful choice for a multiplayer game. Because, again, it's so bleeding obnoxious to everybody else in the area. Some devilish individual hath stolen my spot. I'm curious to see what the built, though. Oh, it's not looking good. Looking good at all. I like the boat, although, again, still could be better. Bit on the basic side. Start the prefab down with some nice lights on it. What's the prefab look? Oh, the frame rate is not great either. Again, it's all rather basic. There's a lot of floating and a lot of basic, and it feels like everything's just chucked in an area. Apart from that bit. Maybe I just can't see the vision because I'm not taking the time to. I'm also slightly biased because they nicked my spot. Give me what I want to see. No. Yeah, real pity that the bow is naff outside of VATS though, because Skyrim, it was decent. You didn't need VATS in that. They had it right there. They just don't have it right in this game. Bows are really cool in Tainted Grail, by the way. I like the vibe of them. I do like the Mire at night. It is very, very cool and spooky. However, it's also not convenient. Force it to generate a new world for me. That's the idea. Oh, cranky. I'm just sick to death of dealing with the same crap over and over and over for 6 years. I haven't done fishing daily. I haven't even started fishing stuff yet, Gray. This is why we're trying to force it to give me a daytime world so I can do that in daylight. Outside of that, yeah, it just doesn't feel good. They got it so right in Skyrim to come around and put bows into this game and then muck it up so badly. It really doesn't sit well. It's twice as disappointing by comparison, yeah. It's inevitable though. Something really good, something similar that ends up not being as good is always going to look twice as bad when you compare them. Jesus, it's been a very long time since... Holy crap. I did that. I jumped into a... anything other than a private or adventure mode world. Now you're going to build me... Where's the one true Todd? I'm scared by a gulper. Yeah, that'll make you jump all right. Just stumbled on some big lore implications. Yeah, it's interesting, some of the lore elements. They're flat refusing to confirm or deny, though. It's one of the things in the AMA, the Q&A session that devs did back into last week. They're talking about the lore. I was like, yeah, it's interesting to have links to other things and so on and so forth, but we're not going to put more details or confirm or deny anything. I was like, right, because we don't want to shut down speculation by giving a definitive answer. Like, yeah, I get it. At the same time, this is so annoying, actually. Only there was either something to spend bullion on, or you know, they rolled over or something to the new season. Glad that they've done something. Just wish they'd done something better. I don't want much. I just want everything, and I want it now. Right. We are all good to go. Yeah. Let's go fishing. Yeah, Alligator is probably the best spot. Flame arrows. I've used both in the past, Scurry. And there were some bits that I didn't mind. Just the feel is not right. The draw speed, the arrow arc, you know, the arrow dip and stuff like that. Everything's just... The ideas are there. They're just not well executed at all. And it's really annoying. Especially knowing how well they did it in Skyrim. I know it's not the same people doing the work, but nonetheless, point still stands. Is that a new camp build? Yes, it is. It'll be up at on Saturday, is the plan. For the build and the tour. It was supposed to be my movable camp, but that really didn't work out. So I ended up doing another one, which has done really quite well. I'm quite gratified by that. Where's the... Oh, there's the road. I can't see it for the damage to everything. What's up with my action point bar? That is my feral meter. When empty, I have gone feral, and it has a whole load of effects. Where are we? Feral. Reduce HP, reduce action points, 99 less charisma, little less endurance, but I get 150% extra melee damage. And don't try shooting in VATS when you're feral, because you just auto-miss, basically. I've been caught out by that with a couple of challenges, so, yeah. It's not what you want. But when you're running around meleeing things, feral ghoul build is respectively effective. Respectively, even. I like the way they've designed the docks and stuff here. Quite cool. I feel like they might have made them a little bit more sturdy than when I was last here. Maybe I'm misremembering, but... See, they haven't managed to fix the really, really pissing annoying fighter mode bug, yep. Realised Linda-Lee was hermit crab on wheels. Fuck you, fucking bug. Ah! Fuck's sake, how do you... I hate this fucking game some days. Almost annoyed enough by that to just quit and walk away right there. Almost. That is that irritating to me. Anyway. Hi, nice island you are here. Hello? That's a face and only a mother could love. Nice island you got here. Oh, go talk to him. Let's see. Raymond Clark.
Ah, a fresh face. Come to volunteer your services, have ye?
Immovable camp for fishing using the withered treehouse prefab. Okay. Well, if everything is contained within it, it should work, assuming you've not got duplicates in a camp of things that you can only have one of, and things are properly placed on surfaces and not glitched or floating or things like that, and you haven't got any wires, you should be okay, in theory. In theory. I forgot what he said now. Come to volunteer your services. The fish thing pointed me to you. Something you need. What's this place? Some kind of freak show? Ah, is there something you need?
Aye. We always need more helping
I need
hands.
that hat.
There's still so much left to do. But never mind about that. You seem like the capable type, ideal for the job at hand. He demands that you... Oh, we'd like ye to aid us in catching the fish round these parts. Bring us whatever ye haul out of the water. The stranger, the better.
I've got some questions for you.
What do you want to know?
Why do you want me to fish?
I think he wants to use them. Oh, don't worry yourself about the particulars, friend. You just bring us back 3 fish and be snappy about it.
3 fish. Who's the creature I spoke to? You feeling okay? Who's that guy? Are you feeling alright?
Why, I'm feeling as spry as a sea breeze, of course. Why do you ask?
Free place with a station generator afterwards. Should work in theory. But, you know, everything works in theory. Who's that guy?
He's some kind of a... He's a swell fella. He just looks a little different from you and I, is all.
He seems to be giving you a metaphysical fisting every so often, buddy.
Aye. So be it.
Here, I'll bring you some fish.
That's good, very good. My friend here will provide all the tackle you need to get started. You'd better get to it, before the tides leave you behind.
The fully functional adult male, I can provide my own tackle, thank you very much. Oh, is that not what you meant? That's your rod, not the liquor. Your friend said you have something for me. Hello again, can I have a fishing rod, please? Give me some equipment or else. Your friend said you have something for me. That was a fun day at the office when you're voicing that guy. Metaphysical. Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines, right? Here's how to fish. There was somebody ranting in one of the comment sections today that tried to suggest that the game didn't tell you how the reeling in mechanic works, and was accusing somebody of pointing out that there was a tutorial of being a liar. And needless to say, I just banned this idiot because, you know, it's right fucking there. They just skipped past it and didn't look at it. Also, it's not fucking rocket science, for crying out loud. Catch 3 fish. Well, we might as well start here, hadn't we? As you can see, I have changed my look. before we go any further, where is the sun? Why is it so... It's over there. This place is just really hard to see at all times. Okay. Ooh, there's Captain's logs. I'm not quite sure why he's leaving turds around the place, but you know. Number 1. It's number 2, rather. This joke just kind of keeps on going, doesn't it? There's number 1.
Ever since I
Don't fix that bug, I see.
Shores, my mind's felt more and more adrift. I'm hoping this might be a way to keep me anchored. My name is Captain Raymond Clark. My father was a bosun, and so was his father before him. My mother's name was Deirdre, and she had long flaxen hair. This is foolish. How do I stop this thing?
That's 1.
It's been a few weeks, or months, since I recorded one of these. Whole seasons seem to go by without my noticing. My head's been so clouded I can barely keep track of what state we're in. Come on, Raymond, hold it together. My name is Captain Raymond Clark. My father was a bosun. My mother's name was... Oh, confound it!
Yes, the fisherman does seem to be fucking with his noggin a little bit. So there's a diary excerpt, but I want to just do a quick thing first. I don't know if this is going to work the way I'm hoping it will. It did not. We'll sit down next to those rods and yeah, I was going to sit next to those rods and take a picture, but they fell over, which immediately ruined the possibility of taking a picture. So that went well. So entry 1. Sold most of our catches far cheaper than we ought this month, but I just can't bear to see the state of those poor souls that we meet in the ports. At least this way they can fill their bellies for a night. The men think I've gone soft, but they're forgetting how easy we've got it. Despite some almighty shadows beneath the ship of late, these waters grow more treacherous with every passing day. It's not the sea itself, it's the creatures within. Blessed Poseidon, have mercy on our wretched souls. The storm has been raged at us for 3 days and nights. It didn't give us the faintest warning of its coming, neither. You better blow over soon, for Linda-Lee can't take much more of this abuse. The boat. It is a very cool design, that, by the way. I mean, you clearly see that for yourself, but anyway. I think it's a cool design. That's what I'm getting at. I feel I must be dreaming. I've woken up ashore, God knows how. Flashes of terrible visions plague my mind. I'll be damned if I can tell whether they're nightmares or memories, though. Same figure always lurking in them. It's hard to know what's real or not anymore, especially now I'm plagued with these strange urges. Oh dear. Been following them for so long now, doing all kinds of strange things, anything to stop the pain. I find myself in agony often, or is it ecstasy? Ooh. So some weird shit's going down. You put together a fisherman outfit as well, okay? Well, it had to be done, didn't it? Yeah. Fisherman's outfit, and that's a treasure hunter hat, I believe. Because I looked at some of the other options, I just didn't like them as much. Yeah, treasure hunter hat. And I just thought that really works. Even for a ghoul, it doesn't suit my character as well as the last outfit did, but hey. Anyway. Well, I'm a little disappointed that the weather is so bad that I can't really get a decent look at my character. whilst I'm fishing here. Isn't quite the plan. It's a little bit better. Camera options aren't always the best. While we wait. There you go. Success. So we can scroll between them. Use different baits. I'm going to stick with common for now because I don't really need anything else. So. Change the camera perspective. You can change the view of it, the position of it, but not really the perspective unless I go into the menu, and I don't want to fuck around with that. Not worth the hassle. There's another fishy. Yeah, I mean, that kind of works, but again, it's still just shoved in the corner, and I get why, but it doesn't look good. That's a weird looking fish. Red belly, okay. Yeah, not a fan. It's a starting point, don't get me wrong, but yeah, they need better camera angles, and they need to take all of this UI elements and either move them or get rid of them or something. Like, my HP bar should not be there when I'm fishing, for starters. I don't know. They could just do so much more with it. And like, cast. Press button to trigger animation. I just wish they'd done more with that as well. I mean, fishing in general is not an exciting mechanic, and I don't get why people are obsessed with it. It's weird. I say some very uncomplimentary things to that effect, but you know, this is what it is. Not a bobber, it's a float. Somebody tried to tell me today that they were different things. No, that person's just an idiot. It's only a bobber if you're 5 or under.
Have you made the catches yet?
Yes.
Perfect. Give 'em here. They're fish, all right, but nothing special. Don't bother me friend with these. You might as well feed 'em to Linda-Lee instead. Chop 'em up into fish bits before you do, though. She's eaten plenty today, and the last thing we want is giving her more indigestion.
And the fish bits, the fish into fish bits at a cooking station. In mind, it's 76 and Skyrim. It's better in 76 and Skyrim, in my view, having done a bit of both. No, interesting they separated it. I didn't realise they'd done that. But, yeah, it is simpler in Skyrim. But simpler, in my view, is not better. I think there should be way more player input to the system, in my view. Sure that's not what I put in there. Massive bit of chum that looks like it's a brain. A very large creature, an elephant or something. It's relaxing. Boring. Much like real fishing, to be fair.
Did you feed the beast, like I asked?
Give me a gift. She regurgitated this when I fed her. I did, but she almost barfed all over me. What did you want me to do again? No. She regurgitating this when I fed her.
Oh, can't say I'm too surprised. Once she's filled that cavernous stomach and gulped down enough fish, something always comes back up. God knows what else she's got in that belly of hers. And how many innocent...
Yeah, the relationship dynamic here is very
thanks for your
weird.
help, friend. Keep your eyes open for any rare beauties out there. She's especially fond of anything that gleams. And make sure you come back soon. There's still plenty of places to cast your net.
Fishing awards. Complete fishing challenges.
In the eye. You lose them that way. I have some work for you. If you have the time.
Complete fishing challenges.
To my friend here. He's got a skin condition.
Shut the fuck up, you gobby twat! Complete fishing challenges to earn rod upgrades and reel in tougher fish. Convert fish to fish bits at cooking stations to use in recipes or feed to Linda-Lee for rewards. Discover rare and elusive fish to display in your camp by experimenting with different bait location and weather conditions. Shut up!
He's got a skin condition.
Fuck my life. And fuck yours. Feeling less sympathetic towards you. Every fucking time. I'm gonna teabag your mother. I don't know. It's an offensive thing I could think of in the moment. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah. Speak to Captain Raymond. Okay.
Oh, don't look the fish in the eye. You lose them that way. I see you've answered my summons.
Look like you could use a bit of help. Will there be payment? Actually, I've got somewhere to be. Will there be payment
Is it
involved?
too much to hope for charity in these parts?
It is when you get on my tits, yeah.
Pay ye. This must be done.
What do you need?
Aye, that I do. I'm in dire need of it. The art of fishing is one that is long lost, but greatly needed now more than ever. I need you
like
to
the
go
performance?
fishing for me. You can keep whatever you catch. Your actions carry quite a bit of weight out here. I'm hoping that when others see you out there fighting the waves, they'll join in and help preserve this ancient art.
What you said? I'm going fishing then. Where should I cast my rod? Why do you want people to fish? Why do you want people to fish so badly?
It hungers.
Where should I cast my rod?
Should you cast in the forest, steer away from the trees and head to the water. The waters around the old Ohio River adventures are a good place to start.
I'm going fishing then.
After ye best the beasts of the deep, be sure to mark your catches in my fishing ledger. Watch yourself out there.
Catch 7 fish in the forest.
Aren't ye supposed to be fishing?
Barely had time to take 2 steps away and he's already giving me shit. That's why I don't want to work for people. Anyway, I need to catch fish in the Savage Divide, and for the daily, catch fish in the forest. And also, challenges, fishing challenges. We've got lots of fishing challenges to do. Fish Quest 1, common bait for fish. Catch a medium fish and 5 small fish. Get a Mark 1 rod. Kelp curtain. Reclaimed ship chandelier. Title of axolotl. I need to catch 3 axolotls. That'll take you 3 months to do, because you only get one at a time. Unless it's only axolotl, so maybe 3 of the same would do it. Catch the local legend. Common fish. I've already caught some of these. Red belly and but it's not counted them. I guess it's probably because it was during the tutorial. Axolotls. So there you go. January, February. So you got a charcoal, a pink, a clay. I believe the pink one will be the traditional one. A dotted, a purple, a banded. That's this month's. Scaled, striped, shadow, spotted, speckled, and stone. Catch local legend Wavy Willard. Catch local legend Organ Grinder. Catch local legend Realtor Carnoth Mulbegarten. I'm guessing. I suppose the names are supposed to be hints, but they're not hinting much to me. Complete all regional fishing challenges. And then you've got loads of different floats. They're labelling them as if they're different, but they're blatantly not. That's somewhat interesting. Where's the forest? There it is. Timber Sawgill, Canoa Piranha, Blood Whisker, and a glowing Canoa Piranha. Interesting. Meow, let me out. Head down here, legendly. Fisherman's controlling the catching net. So it would seem. Yeah. Definitely some mind control or coercion or infliction of pain to force certain behaviour. Say psychic torture or something to that effect. Psychic as opposed to psychological. You ask why? The fisherman says something about a hunger. Yeah, I gather there's changes in Lucky Hole Mine. We're going to head down there in a bit and have a look at them. There have been a number of hints towards the idea that it might have something to connect it to the interloper and various other things along those lines. Possibly Cthulhu as well. Oh, there's the boat. Okay, right. So fishing here. Arr. Seems appropriate. Don't have a lot of uncommon improved bait at the moment. I've got a little bit, but apparently I haven't gotten any as rewards from anything, despite doing multiple events. So I'll hold on to it for now and start with some common bait. Got to admit, I'm not a massive fan of this particular mechanic either. It takes a week for the bloody thing to turn around. So, oh, it's the wrong button. Oh, whatever. Timing rather. Why are we feeding? Are we feeding the interloper? It hints that it might be connected, but there's no confirmation of it. red belly. That is the most pathetic cast I've ever seen. Get there. A Brook Silverside. I feel like this was possibly one of the rare ones. One of the unique ones to the forest, rather. No, it was not. It's just one of the common ones. Okay, apparently. Not terribly surprising. Yeah, I'm feeling something like that might be the case. So improved bait comes from... I hate that I can't... Well, I don't need two hands actually, do I? I can do it with one hand and just be lazy. I don't remember where the improved bait comes from. Certain containers... Yeah, great mechanic. Highly entertaining. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are at least some of them. I have a feeling there might be more than 3 common ones. Would make sense. Oh yeah, pulled up a pair of handcuffs. But apparently somehow managed to try and wriggle free of the line, which would make a lot of sense. There's a sunscreen. Turning it tonight, yeah. I like the idea that there's a mini game. I feel like they maybe could have made that a bit more interesting. Not sure how off the top of my head, but I mean it's a variation on the same thing that countless other games do as well. Timing. Tainted Grail basically uses the same sort of mechanic. Only it uses a vertical line rather than a circle. I think I might prefer actually. Ooh, that looks relatively large. Ridge trout. Nice. No, apparently this is a different common one, or it might be uncommon, but either way, it's not unique anyway. Each area has 4 unique species, 8 common species, and the axolotls. Where did you get that from, Steve? I don't think they've published that particular information yet. Doesn't mean somebody hasn't pulled it out from data mining, I suppose. On reflection. Valhalla had a bit of fishing mechanic. I don't think I've done any fishing in Valhalla, but I don't remember. It's another game I need to get back to at some point. Oh, Far Cry 5. Didn't play that one either. The only one I played, the only Far Cry I played is 3, and I was actually quite disappointed by that game. Despite it getting rave reviews, and yeah, I agreed with a lot of the initial basis of those reviews. I don't think it was actually Walleye. There you go. That's not a rare one either. Not unique anyway. I thought some of the reviews were perhaps a little over the top, and they did an interesting villain very dirty, with a shitty ending for him. Gonna take notes from Far Cry 5. Yeah, that might not have been a bad idea. Yeah, and I haven't seen it, so that's probably not very interesting one. Yeah, Silverside, I thought it was. One more. At least we'll be done with the dailies. That's you, Pillow. Oh, it's listed in the challenges, is it? Okay, that makes sense too. I didn't look that closely. I probably should have done. I'll go through it in more detail. Do a quick sort of beginner's guide video, which I probably will do. People won't be bothered, but it'll generate low-level Keen Pickerel. Yeah, it should generate low-level traffic, hopefully. And the local legend fishes, which there are less information about. Presumably, again, one of those for each area as well. I don't think any of those were particularly interesting, were they? Yeah, catch all common fishes there. Brook silverside, sunscreen, red belly, smoky salmon, chain pickerel. And a yellow bullhead, ridge trout and a walleye. Okay. We are ticking along. Gotta admit, for the local legend rewards, they're a bit disappointing. I don't know if there's only 3 in at the moment. Possible. But you'd think there'd be 1 in each area. Wavy Willard's got to be up near Wavy Willard's, surely. Organ Grinder, God knows where that is, or this one. Organ Grinder is probably a clue in and of itself, but no, I suppose there's probably somewhere around here a decent spot to go fishing. Anyway. Yeah. What's the fast travel cost here going to look like? Oh, it's free. Nice. Got so many handcuffs this morning. Coppers chasing you all day, were they?
After you caught your fill of fish, be sure to fill out that there ledger.
Exactly on 19,000 caps for a minute there. Didn't realise that. There we go. Job's a good one. Ooh, an eel in a bottle plan. That's cool. Ammo. And a curved fish display, which is probably universal, I think. Eel in a bottle. Right. Let's just check a thing. There is Organ Cave. Yeah, that would make sense. Possibly catch it in there, maybe. That's an interesting idea. Though you probably have to slaughter your way through the place first, I guess. Fish bits. Okay, let's make a... Okay, so I currently don't have the plan necessary for grilled fish. Apparently. So the instruction was, complete the quest. And if I haven't done that, then fair comment to people who didn't know what's going on, because it's clearly not evident enough at all. Yeah, don't get it. Grilled fish should be in my what? In my notes. Should be on my thing to craft already, not in my bloody notes. Oh, it is there. Cool. Weird way of doing it. It's definitely not delivered well. But I still can't cook it, apparently. Oh, because I haven't got salt. Okay, fair enough. Need salt. Right, okay. That also sucks, but fair enough. I need to craft a lot of fish bits, catch a bunch of fish, complete a couple more events. Certainly missed one of the events. Whatever. Drop connection, I could do that. That's nice and easy to do. Fly sorter, that's also very easy to do. Not with my loadout though, it's not. So, we're going to do drop connection, shall we? Chemicals, yeah.
Hi there, citizen. Super Duper Mart is where you will find
Members,
amazing deals.
there is another trouble spot we wish to survey.
Super Duper Mart.
Any capable men and women should proceed to the designated location. That is all.
Please see our helpful automated staff if you need anything at all. Welcome to Super Duper Mart, the future of grocery stores.
Clear. This is now a free fire zone.
Make a quick couple of notes for videos to make over the next little while. Right. Interesting. This is not quite the way I was anticipating this game, but okay. Bomb grains, drawing slay the camp, and Helvetia. Okay.
Welcome to the Watoga Civic Center, the future of events. The Watoga Civic Center welcomes you. The presidential debate happens here. The Civic Center is your home to the future.
Bomb grains.
Automatons will blow your mind with sound.
Helvetia. Romans. You know, it's hard to write on a Post-it note than people think it is.
Welcome to the Watoga Civic
It's not enough to rest your hand on. Not with a big old block like that, anyway.
The Watoga Civic Center welcomes you. The presidential debate happens here.
Fishing plans are tradable. Once you learn a plan, they won't drop for you anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't, but you know what I mean. I can see it being a thing. Not really much point in making something untradeable. I don't know if it requires an extra step or not, but if it does, there's not much point in taking the extra step if it just won't drop anymore. Time we on 10 past 10.
Frequency calibrated. Please proceed to new triangulation point.
On and on. Through the darkened city of Watoga, which is, much like most Bethesda cities, not really large enough. It's fine. I was thinking about this earlier. I get that Bethesda try and imply a larger city through the design of a smaller area in their games, Skyrim and Starfield and the like. But I feel like it really didn't work so well in Starfield. They needed to go bigger than they did, I think. I was deliberating on this recently, today, this afternoon. Like, I get what they were going for, but the effect was just not as effective as they were hoping, I think. Usual spot. I thought it might be.
Immediate elimination required. Intruder, identify yourself.
Where are you, you bastard? There you are.
Area secured. Remote unlock complete. Have a nice day.
Never done this one. Yeah. It's convenient. What else have we got? Out and out. I don't know what to do. No. Need to catch the fish in the Savage Divide. Let's go back to my camp for a minute. Howdy, African. Season is same as always, you know. Challenges, there's a lot more fishing related stuff because it's the new mechanic, but otherwise, do challenges, earn tickets, yada yada yada. Nothing new. New update seems fine. Don't have much feeling on a lot of things. Usual gripes notwithstanding. Fishing is okay, but you know, I always find it kind of boring, so there is that. But yeah, I mean, it's decent as fishing systems go. Where would be a good place in Savage Divide? You know what? I'm going to go... yeah, fuck it. I think the Bull and Groove will count, won't it? I'm about to find out. Yeah, I think it's decent as these things go. Not hugely exciting, though. Rewards on the scoreboard. There's some cool camp stuff on there. So, yeah, I'm happy enough for that. With that, or something. Jump, you fat bastard. Definitely room for improving things. Some of them at the very least will have changed, yeah, that's for sure. Doesn't really help much, the UI is still in the way no matter where I go. The float needs to be out here somewhere. What have we got here? Alpine Sawgill. That's a new one. I'm guessing that's a unique one. Let's look. Because I don't recall that being on there. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't recall that being on the common ones. No, it wasn't. So this must be a regional fish. Is it? Yeah, there you go. It's a Savage Divide regional fish. Cool. Caught with a common bait as well. Just 3 states more or less. Yep, still plenty to do then. The fishing challenge is worth doing. If you want the rewards, yeah. If you want to engage with fishing, then yes. Or if you want specific rewards that are available from them, then yeah. It's the price we pay for having a shit rod. I'll show you them in a second. You can have a look at what's in there. The common or junk? Ah, it's a common fish, I'm guessing. The Brook Silverside, yeah. That. So I need to craft fish bits and catch a bunch more fish. Challenges. So the fishing challenges. You've got a whole bunch of. You got some camp stuff. You've got some titles. You've got some additions to your fishing rod and stuff. There's a reel. Requires catch sawgill. A leatherback and a Kanawha piranha, so I guess we're going to spend some time here. I'm going to chase that down, I think. And then you've got some other bits and pieces there as well. Most of it relates to fishing and rod upgrades, really. And of course there's the axolotl as well. Yeah, and then you got the fishing dailies, which also give you more fishing upgrades and stuff. We might as well do another one here and see if we can't. What was that one I need to get from here? Fishing. Rare fish are more common in the rain. There you go, fish quest. Oh, there we go. I see. So that's the fish quest bit, is it? Interesting. Involves catching these, so yeah. So I need to get me some improved bait as well, which you can either get from players or from searching containers or from completing events and stuff. And I've got sod all from events so far, or containers. I got a little bit from the Atomic Shop yesterday, I think. It was the freebie. So, yeah. Where would be a good place to cast my rod? I know where would be a good place to cast my rod. So a bundle, yeah, if that generates anything more than common bait, I'll be surprised. It might generate rare bait, mid-tier bait, uncommon bait, or whatever it's called, improved bait. It won't do superb bait though, because I'm pretty sure they've been emphatic about where that comes from and where it doesn't. So on we go. But yeah, that bundle, the $30 bundle or whatever it is, I saw it and looked at it and just thought, you know what, it's definitely not worth the money. Anyway, is that the wrong way around? Yeah, not as much. Just catches some fish for you, presumably only basic ones. Just take a look. Just generates fish. Not very informative. Anyway, somewhere, presumably on... Here we are. There is a camp slot at 30% off. So I'm going to nab that. As I can kind of make use of that right now, can't I? One thing we do know is that was not the right place to put this stuff. Right, let's just quickly undo my cock up there. That's better. Excuse me. Now, I don't really need that either, do I? So... There we go. I'm going to update that because then it's got the right stuff on it. And now... let's get us a little bit of rain on the go in a moment. How to get different types of bait? Some from doing fishing challenges, some from looting different containers, and completing public events, stuff like that. And you also get superb bait from the seasons pages. I'm going to do a 5 great fishing spots you probably don't know about video. Might do something along those lines, yeah. Which bundle has the grassy roofs? It's not a pavilion roof, it's something else. I can't remember, but I think they might have been a separate thing on their own. Tell you what, before I get stuck into this. Yeah, it's just called grass roof, so try googling it. The wiki might have a workable answer for you. Let's try improved bait. I cannot see my float. There we go. Off to a flying fucking start, I see. Oh, you motherfucker. At least it doesn't cost me any bait when I do that. When I yank it in too early. Pull it out too early or something. Which the sound was a bit more distinct as well. Gotcha, you bugger. You better be worth having. Yellow bullhead. Okay. Don't show it to your dog. He's bound to chase a catfish. The season reward? It might have been. Catch it in and all. Improved bait with the janky rod's a waste of bait. Well, it gives you a better chance of certain things biting. It doesn't mean you'll catch them. What did we just get there? Oh, I've got a Mark 1 reel for something. I don't know what. Might as well get that equipped for him already. It's already better. Leatherback, but I think I probably got a Savage Divide unique one there, did I? Was it? No, only one. So was that a common fish then? That's the one I got. Okay, fish crest one. Common fish. There we are. Oh, yellow bullhead, that's the one I got, so still need smoky salmon. Okay. He steps forward when he does that, which I don't entirely like. Now I'm flying in midair. Yeah, there's some very cool fish designs. Like, we haven't seen any of the really cool ones yet, but there are some absolutely nuts ones. Sunscreen. Yeah, not a common one, but even that looks pretty bloody cool. Exactly, Steve. Do you have to buy different weather controls? You don't have to. Some of them come from Seasons, some come from the Atomic Shop. So yeah, that's where that's at. But you can always use. The weather that makes a difference is clear weather, precipitation, so rain or snow, and then either rad storms or nuke weather, which are the same category. So yeah, as long as you've got each of those covered in your camp, you're golden. I don't have rad storms or nukes, but failing that, you can always launch a nuke. Or you can go to other people's camps. Yeah, that's a good point, main grammar. If you want to do this in adventure mode. Just hope they don't log off on you. Not very interesting, I don't think. Same again, I think. Oh, I've got a noxious sawgill. That's quite cool. Ooh. That's a really cool design. Ah, it's supposed to be a regional fish to the Toxic Valley, but I'm not in the Toxic Valley. I am in the Savage Divide, decidedly. Unless it seems to think maybe I am in the Toxic Valley. I guess we'll find out in a minute, won't we? I'll get another one. If I get another one out of here, I'll know this is a... He thinks this is a Toxic Valley, which it bloody shouldn't, but anyway. Interesting question. Would not want to run into that in the bath. No, I can't imagine you would. Another sunscreen. It's where the common bait comes from, that I can't really remember. Well, this could be anybody's favourite choice, but knowing where to get it would be helpful. Without buying stuff from the Atomic Shop, that is. A bit easier to do with the mouse than with the keyboard. Ooh, what's that? Another noxious sawgill. We must be registering as being in the Toxic Valley here. Let's try a new location. And it's a little more central, perhaps. I mean, there's a spot somewhere around here. Also should be a spot somewhere over this way. Spruce Knob. Yeah, it's kind of an ugly ass area. What's a little bit better? Actually, no, it's not really much better, is it? Where would I like to go that has water in? You know what? Twin Lakes. It's got a count and it's nice. Buy up to 100 common bait from the captain and the merman. What, each or between them? But yeah, that would be helpful. Each. So 200 total. Good to know. Can't activate photo mode in this when you're fishing either, which was something that was brought up during the PTS and stuff, but clearly way too late to do anything about. Here's my plan. Normally I'd stick the fishing dock actually in the water, but kind of don't want to do that right now. That way. Let there be rain. Let it rain, let it rain. Fishing posters to photo mate, that would work too. Yeah. $400 caps, yeah, that's something to take near, isn't it? I do wish it wasn't rainy weather. To a degree. Look how grey and horrible it is. Definitely wish it had a little bit more player input rather than just press button, move mouse. But, still, maybe in future. Yeah, weather stations are expensive as hell. Fortunately, you only technically need 2. I'm pretty sure I didn't pay for the thunderstorm one. A lot of sunscreen today, not a lot of luck. I have to bounce. Ooh, hang on. Run out of bait. I might have to bounce over there and get some. Go fishing in the go back to West Tech. Would be quite fun, yeah. Somebody did suggest that, I saw somewhere online. Get where. Well, at least it wasn't another sunscreen, whatever it was called. Just learned you can fish up junk. You can indeed. I'm just a bit sad that there's no old boots to pull up. I mean, I know there isn't an old boot junk item in the game anyway, but they could seriously have added one. I feel like it's something they should have done for the joke. One thing I hope they do that was deliberated about and discussed and suggested and stuff was potential to reel in a boss when you're fishing. Ooh, that's interesting. A smoky salmon. Medium fish. He's an ugly bugger and all, ain't he? Now a series of ponds and dams from Diochemical down to the motel and Maya. Oh, cool. Might have to have a look at that. Fish up Mirelurks. Yeah, having a chance to pull Mirelurks out would be entertaining. I'll just have them pop up. Yeah. But bosses in general would be more fun. These fuckers. I think. Go big, you know? Sliding down my chair here. Carry on like this, I'll have enough sunscreen fish to use them as individual bricks to build a house from. This might be a bit more interesting. It's a bit more of a fight. A yellow bullhead, it's not more interesting. Mirelurk Queen or something. Yeah, that would be fine. But a range of them. And I know it would be a licensing nightmare, but I'd love to see an old Greg joke or encounter that could occur in the game. Go out on the lake near Thunder Mountain, fish from the boat that's in the middle of it at night and have a chance to pull up old Greg would be fucking excellent. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the old Greg episode of the Mighty Boosh. It's a really weird comedy. Really weird comedy sitcom thing, but an Alpine Sawgill. I think I already had one of those, didn't I? Yeah, it's definitely worth checking it out. The Maya woods on the left as you head north. What's up there? A series of ponds. Know what you meant. I think. Follow the river. Oh, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm with you. I think I've caught up. Nearly out of bait. Would it be viable to use other characters to farm fishing dailies to collect the plants transfer to the main? I don't think it'll make any difference. I think staying stocked up with bait would be a bigger problem trying to do that. Common bait you won't have a problem with, I don't think, but for improved bait and stuff you might find that a bit harder to keep topped up with. Yeah, bloody leatherback. Yeah, we're gonna head over there in a bit. Yeah, and tradable plans is a question as well. Yeah. I think they might add bosses at some point. It seemed to be an interesting idea to the devs and to the onto the community as well. So it seems like a suggestion that they might take on board. Yes, indeed, Ray. You drank Baileys from a shoe? And we're out of bait. You're baited. Or debaited in this case. But not en masse. The keyboard is on an angle. And it's kind of difficult for me to type on at that angle. My wrists don't bend that way. So, sort of somewhere up here, do you mean? Oh, doing the dailies? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I might have to watch that if I find it somewhere. It'll be on iPlayer, so maybe I won't be able. Will it? It's on BBC. I think it was on BBC, wasn't it? So that probably would be iPlayer, and therefore, no, I can't watch it. Ugh, sucks.
Back already, I.
500,000 all told. That's not terrible. Did I get the leather back? Not yet, no. What we're after. That and remember where the fucking am and where my feet are stuck. Okay, there we go. Up and away. Now, if it's going to stay inside my camp radius, stand here a minute, see what happens. We're good. For being on a slightly different angle. We'll check whether or not I've got anything else in synced. Let's go wriggle on that. Another alpine sawgill. Oh, wonderful. We'll catch any fish, so 15 fish, so I've got the kelp curtain. Mach 1 reel and the rocket float. Refuse to accept that it's called anything else. I'm like a 5-year-old, go right ahead. No, wait, don't do that. Just stop talking if you want to sound like a 5-year-old. Seen and not heard. Right. It's kind of ugly that, but hey, whatever. What is that ridiculous thing? Not really any easier to see either. Robbed her was. Finishing the fishing quest, which is the which quest? The intro one. You better be worth it, you wriggly bastard. It's a ridge trout. It was not worth it. Super Sour Starfighter. I like it. How we doing? Welcome on in. Intro and the first Captain's Daily. Okay, fair enough. And we're liking fishing. It's fine as these things go. Fishing in it. It's something different to do for a bit. The novelty will wear off soon enough. And I definitely don't get the obsession people have with fishing in video games, but... yellow bullhead. Little Lovecraftian hints are definitely not bad, yeah. Yeah. I wonder what Nate Perkypile makes of the additions to the interloper lore. Assume he's mostly... balls, not fast enough. Not quite fast enough anyway. I assume he's mostly in favour. Never having done that, I couldn't say, but couldn't make much of a comment on that, Steve. I know the name though. Seem to recall he had a big moustache. Although I may have made that bit up. He did know me. Fisherman World of Warcraft. Fair enough. And I think it's more interesting than some games' fishing mechanics, this one. For sure, they've done a lot more with it than a lot of games do. But, yeah. I think there's room to make it more interesting. If you want to grind it, you can always stick a podcast or something on. Motherfucker. Yeah, it's nice to have a little something extra in the gameplay loop. All about playing Soul Girls, but let's set leatherback. Got a new location for the lols. Need to craft fish bits, which we can probably do. Let's go and do that and complete an event. Brooke Silverside, never heard of her. That gets me over the line or not? Yes, it looks like it does. Complete an event, which is Census Violence I could do. Bots on Parade, Death Blossoms. No, I don't feel like any of those. We'll see how we do. Turn on the Pip-Boy radio. You could turn on the Pip-Boy radio. I have not had Pip-Boy radios in the game, or any radios, really, since they put the radio slider in the game, which was like January 2019, I think. They put that in and I immediately turned all the radios off because that was one of the biggest issues in Fallout 4 back in the day, and remains an issue in this game. It's copyrighted music, but if you haven't got that issue, you're on to a winner. Knowing that wasn't working. It's the longest minute of my life. Took around at 11 o'clock so that I can see what the event is. It was ticked round, it's just not updating. Oh yeah, most wanted. Okay. Yeah, alright, we can do that. Don't have a hootie, what's it? I'll have to go particularly far to drop this off, will I? Maybe we'll have to go a bit further. I've developed a new technique for soloing this event because it's a bit of a drag. Solo it is, just because you need to get enough. What do you call them? Enough cash, rob enough people, whatever it's called. Buckaroos or something, isn't it?
Welcome back. Howdy, folks. The game's about to start, so get yourselves ready for some root, toot, shooting, and loot. Yeehaw! Here's the deal, partners. The sheriff's out of town for a spell, searching for the escaped Tabrian bottle, so it's bandito o'clock till he gets back. I reckon you'll have till high noon, so be quick when you're plundering. Find a cutout to stick up, find a safe to crack. Just find the goods and get them back to the wagon. Time's a-ticking.
Alright. Oh, it took a long time. Here's my brilliant plan. Just stay down at the end here. Because there's a decent number of nodes to hit in a pretty short amount of space.
I hear tales that a certain people of desperados are laying low in town somewhere. If you can smuggle them out of town, you'll get a boost.
Hang up for any gold varmints as well while you're at it. There's one. Keep an eye on the time as well. Yeah, this way you can just kind of keep your pace up, really. Should be able to, anyway. There's 200 right there. See, we're nearly there already. That should get me over the line.
Continued operation cannot be guaranteed. Please contact an authorized repair representative immediately.
Nice. That is the hardest part to do if you're solo by a mile. Because of the time it takes to get all those buckaroos.
You all better stop him from shooting up the wagon. Oh, that was top wheel. Beautiful. Hey, oh.
I did this the other day. They were all spawning in there and nowhere else. Made life a lot easier, but really not the plan.
Warning. Repair urgently required.
And we're there.
I do. Oh,
Violence.
so what's that mean? The sheriff's back in town. And he's got his eye on the wagon. And that's time.
Whew.
Yeehaw! You
Nice.
done did it, partners. Take your prizes.
Doggone degenerate's got to be a
and
favourite line in the game. It's a good line.
Or maybe over to the concession stand for a victory round of ice-cold Nuka-Cola.
You found several refrigerators in the kiosk and you could with improved bait in them. Ooh, good shout, guys. I appreciate that.
You met my friend Bruno yet? They say he is the strongest bolt in the
It say many things. Most of them are the bullshit. Most of them are the turds of a bull. Much like my rolls there.
Got this cat. Smile on, keep the energy up.
Convincing, I don't think. Alright, let's go and look around some of these kiosks, see if we can find anything. Some uniques this area, and trying something cuddles and getting it wrong, presumably. And when you learn gun through the goal. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure how I worked it out, but I did know that already. I worked that out pretty early on. I can't remember how.
Another day of my genius wasted. Decent evening. Nothing decent to talk to. Bunch of
Well, this guy's clearly a friendly fellow. He's almost as sociable as I am. I don't know if I'm looking in the right places or not here, but... I mean, I haven't found... Oh, there's a fridge. Does not have any bait in it, though.
I like your face.
Thanks, so do I. It covers the front of my head quite nicely.
Your next balloon.
I do like some of the voices and characters at Nika World in particular, I have to admit. Stim pack popping. You throw it at the balloon, I guess? Right away toss. Knock them down. nothing I can throw. I mean, there's one thing I can throw. Not going to. Ring toss. Hoop toss, what do you want to call it?
The future is becoming clear.
Yeah. The longer you wait, the more clear your future will become. Did you know that? I feel like somebody's having a giraffe. We've been up here. Back way into the nuclear launcher, either in or out, probably out. Feel I may have been had here. Whether by the game or something else. The general vicissitudes of fate. There's an open question at the moment. Been denied. Oh. Right. Fourth, shall we go? Where? No. Well. I did not get any upgrades. I was chasing that leatherback, didn't get it. Piranha didn't get that. Likely to be pulled out of somewhere close to where we were, though. Dailies, catch any fish. Fisherman's cooking station. Oh, cool. Curious what that was going to look like. Catch glowing fish. Catch axolotls. Didn't go after those anyway. Local legend. It's all axolotls sometime next year. Local legend, local legend, local legend. Yeah. The idea that these might be internal locations is a bit weird to me. Near them, like in the open world, but underground? That would be weird. I'm guessing not, but I don't know. So, we made a start. Here goes that. Hardly any civilian settlements. Raiders? Bolt dollars? Yeah. Nearest settlements would probably be where the settlers are, really. But it's quite a trek for them into relatively dangerous territory for something that's probably not worth it. So I don't know. It's a fair question. What have we got here? A few bits to sell. Nothing else that is particularly interesting, I do not think. Fish bit's breaking down very, very soon. Well, so they're about to break down. Let's go and visit Linda-Lee. See how this free legendary thing works. Don't seem to be getting much at the moment. I'm wondering if I have to give her a certain amount and I get one back every so often. He did say something about when her stomach's full, didn't he? Linda-Lee is hungry. Okay. Linda-Lee is almost full, so we're giving her 20 so far. I think. Yay. Starving. 10. Hungry. 20. Almost full. 25, it would seem. You get a legendary for every 25 fish bits. Interesting. Well, that's fine for now, I think. Oh, I need to do some repairs, apparently. My armor is effed. Interesting. Yappy, thank you for the sub. Put one in. Yeah, if you're wanting to do, what's it? Most Wanted solo, running along that bottom end, just going up and down that bottom street, is definitely the best way to get the maximum number of buckaroos in the shortest amount of time, which you really need if you're doing it solo. Make sure you hit the golden varmints, at least one of them, probably two ideally, when you're doing it. I need to repair things, don't I? Where's my armor bench? Now we don't have to wait for things to get below 100% to repair them. Probably don't want that really, do I? You don't want to scrap that. Newts is a bit better now than it was. Alrighty then. How are my weapons looking, incidentally? A load of stuff I should probably sell here. Then Dean. Lucky Springs it is. So it's turned in, we should be ready to rock and roll. My stomach growled. I had more to get rid of there than I'm actually finding. That's what I like to get rid of. Those I don't think I need to hold on to. And that one will probably sell. It's fine. Wunderbar. Excuse me, knew that one was coming. Brain's gone all wibbly. That's really made my brain go funny. Ugh. Shook my head a bit loose there, I think. Right. I think for one evening, it's about that time. Josh, thank you for the sub. Welcome on in. Oh, I timed that pressing of the button badly there, didn't I? Oh well. How's it going, 12? Yeah, updates making you want to make a camp on the water for the first time. Yeah, having one you can move around is definitely the way. Ooh. Did I get round to watching the Witcher 4 tech demo yesterday? I did. And I gotta say, Gray, I wasn't even slightly impressed by it. It looked very, very pretty. It's a complete pile of horse shit, though. It's a complete pack of bollocks. It's amusing, but there's a few people out there seem not to be suckered in by it, which is good. And to be fair to CDPR, they are saying this is not representative of the game, it's just a tech demo. On the other hand, Epic are trying to say that it is representative of what the game will be, and no, it is not. That is a lie. It is a very large pork pie. The problem is, they're claiming that they did this amazing thing on a standard PS5, which is not true. Well, like, this was captured on a PS5. No, it wasn't. It's a video that might have been recorded on a PS5, but it wasn't. They had a guy on stage who was playing the tech demo, except he wasn't playing jack shit. He wasn't doing anything. He was just fucking around with a controller and pretending to play, because he was moving the sticks around and the camera was moving in completely unrelated directions at several points. Also, the transition from walking around to cutscenes to doing a flyby was seamless, and it wouldn't have been had it actually been him walking around. So there's numerous amounts of bullshit there. It was just a video they showed and talked over it, and claims otherwise are manure. Also, yeah, the suggestion that this fancy new tech can make a base model PS5 do that at 60 frames per second is complete shit. It is complete shit. You got about much chance of shoving a whale through a cat flap as that happening. Essentially, it's a roughly similar comparison. A hardware cannot shift the kind of data that they're claiming it is now able to do. It can't do it. It's just not capable. The limitations of the hardware are what they are. It will max out before it gets there. So, yeah, the entire tech demo was complete crap. It's just, this is what it can do. Like, the idea it was running on a PlayStation is nonsense. It wasn't. Complete nonsense. I suspect when it comes along, Witcher 4 will be amazing. I have my opinions on some of the art style as well, but that's a different matter, really, and not a big deal. But yeah, I thought the tech demo was mostly bollocks. Yeah, it's just advertising circle jerk, really. And it's advertising to other developers primarily. Not really to gamers, and if gamers are taking it as such, they are really missing the point. Yeah. Not particularly impressed. The whole thing was just a little bit kind of, yeah. The attitude behind trying to sell that big pile of bullshit really bothered me more than what I actually saw, to be honest. But yeah, I was not fooled by the crap. Look pretty though. Definitely look pretty. Yeah, I didn't actually like the art style. This may be a thing that I also object to. I was talking to Response about this earlier, actually, and he basically suggested it will be. I may have the same complaint about The Witcher 3, in that it's way too colourful for what's supposed to be a gritty and grim world, in my view. Which, I mean, in that sense, there's an element of realism there, you know. A place can be really, really pretty and have horrible things happen in it. So, yeah, that's fine, but it just doesn't quite line up. I thought Ciri looked oddly cartoony in that tech demo. In the original trailer, she looked a little bit more... I'm looking for a better word than gritty. Yeah, real might be a better word. Ironically, Unreal is not making things look very real. So, yeah, that's just a personal taste thing. It's not that it looked bad or anything. I just thought the art direction was a bit weird. I think is a good word. But not a deal breaker in the art direction side of things at all. Don't have a problem with that. But yeah, I would have made a different choice. I think it's more my feeling on that. Yeah, it was quite cool. Impressed with the swords look clipping through her back. Yeah, that was cool. The relationship between Ciri and the horse and the movement there that they really did kind of emphasise. That was cool. It was really well done. And like some of this stuff will be absolutely amazing when it gets there. But yeah, there's stuff about it being on a PlayStation and stuff is the biggest pack of fucking bullshit I've heard in quite some time. And yeah, fairness to CDPR saying, yeah, it's not going to be representative of the final game. But that's undermined by the fact that at the time they did allow people to believe that, and also Epic entirely want people to believe that. And yeah, it's just bollocks. That is quite a lot of crashes, yeah. You got the 21 fishes done. That's the weekly one, was it? Yeah, we got through it all right. Performance was a little iffy at first, but it kind of improved as the evening went on, so that's all right. Actually, it was only the first 10 minutes or so that was dodgy. I think. And maybe I stopped noticing it afterwards. Either way, results the same, and that's fine. And yeah, it wasn't bad today. The fishing, I think that was all right. Definitely not going to make me a fantastic fishing fan. You know, it's not going to change my perspective on it. But as something a bit different to do rather than just running expeditions all the time, very happy to have it from that perspective. I think if they build on it, it has some potential to be quite cool. Looking forward to get some of the cool rewards, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm not going to get much more than that, I don't think. So it's not my cup of tea. But the fact they've got me, who's not into it, to be, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, credit where's due for that one. They've done a decent job of it, I think. Yeah. The perk changes and stuff, I have my usual school of thought on. It's just a continuation of the whole let's make this game ridiculously easy, or even more ridiculously easy, and take away any need for the player to actually engage with it and have the game play itself for you. Seems to be the direction they're trying to go at the moment. With the exception of trying to put the only difficult content they're putting in at the moment is, ironically, one thing that I'll flat refuse to have anything to do with because it's really quite insulting. So yeah, kind of pissed off about all that. They're really screwing that up in my view. But you know, that's the point. We'll push on, don't we? Oh well. I could rant about this for some time because it really gets on my tits. But yeah, it is what it is. Fishing's cool though. The fact that they've opened up a lot of weapons that were not viable to make them more viable now, I'm definitely happy to see. I know that's cool. Definitely in for that. Curious about how all the the balance changes and the limb damage stuff is going to actually pan out. So far, it doesn't seem to make a great deal of difference to me. It still just doesn't seem to be massively reliable. So you know, it is what it is. What can you do? Speaking of though, plan for tomorrow is a video on all those combat changes. So yeah, that's going to be an exciting thriller minute, but it will be interesting. There's a lot of guns getting buffs. There's a couple that are getting nerfs, a couple of weapons. And there's the limb damage changes, and there's changes to some legendaries and other bits and pieces as well. So yeah, regular assault rifle's decent-ish now, is it? That'd be cool if it was, because it's always been kind of shit. Even in Fallout 4 it was kind of shit as well. Which was always a pity, because, yeah, I just felt it was underserved. You know, it's a cool addition. I mean, it's very much designed to be a thing, and it's weird if it's not that thing. But it's sort of an interesting aesthetic mix of weapons, so, yeah. V63 carbine's nice now. That's cool. It's still not good for pre-aiming players like me because it has no sights on it. But yeah, that might change in future. I did get a message through to Bethesda about certain things like that needing some form of sight for the benefit of those of us who free aim. Whether or not they act on it is the powers that be and all that make a pull the trigger on tweaking that. I don't know, but definitely needs some kind of attachable sight. Even if it's just some kind of knob that you glue on the end. Little glowy bit on the end or something. Like an LED stuck to the front end so that you've got something to aim with would help. But as it currently is, yeah, doesn't really work. Which is a pity because it's a cool weapon, really. It's an interesting idea. I think a bit unique. But yeah, there are a number of changes that I'm kind of... I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I'm tempted. Well, I'd need to grind out a bunch more levels, but I'd be tempted to rack up a whole load more perk options so that I could then rebuild my character and go for a new build, change things up again. But not just yet. It might be worth thinking about grinding out some levels so that I can do that soon now. That's whether or not I want to put the time in. Just turn the volume down a bit and stick a podcast or something on the other screen and rock and roll. Actually, I've got a couple of ideas to that end, actually. I don't know. I'll have to funk about that one. But yeah, won't have any time soon. Either way, plan tomorrow is to finish off the patch notes, as I say, and go through the weapon changes. After that, I might do a video on how to get the grilled fish recipe, a short one, for Friday. Because, yeah, that's stumping a few people, and it slightly stumped me as well. Which will mean hopping onto a different character that I almost never use, and attempting to fish. We'll see how that goes. That should be fun. So yeah, I will be doing some of that. What else? I mean, I've got a few ideas. Actually, I could shunt a whole bunch of sellable stuff onto that character, and then I can make some caps if I need to on him. Because I might need to do that. Might have a busier day on Friday than I thought. And then Saturday will be the camp video on my little fishing camp there that we hung out at for a bit today. We stopped by a few times, so that's the video plan this week. Basically, a video a day this week because there's a hell of a lot happening. And it seems to be working out all right, so I hope I'm not overburdening you guys and exhausting you with content. But yeah, there's lots to go through, so it is what it is. And then I'll push it back until probably early part of next week before I do here's an introduction to fishing for those who have yet to do that, which ideally should have been done in the middle of this week sometime, but what it is. It's not like I had a slot for it anyway, is it? So yeah, lots to do on that. Streaming wise, tomorrow we're going to play Oblivion, which I'm looking forward to. It's been a little over a week because we had to switch things around for the Atomfall DLC launch. Yeah, Oblivion tomorrow and probably Friday as well, I suspect. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for hanging out. Hope you had fun. Interesting day today. Kind of cool to dive into the new stuff. Going to be back at it next week, so looking forward to that. Yeah, I might dive in and do a little fishing over the weekend, maybe. I'm not in a tearing rush to get through those challenges, I suppose. So, other than I need to chase down the axolotl at some point. So, but we've got all month to do that. So again, we'll see how it fits in with stuff. I guess not a tearing rush. Yeah. If you like stream, like videos and so on and so forth, like subs, notification bell, all that good stuff, social media links in the description, channel memberships down below if you want to hit that blue join button and check that stuff out. I very, very, very much appreciate. And yeah, we'll be back with some Oblivion tomorrow. Should be good. Not quite sure what we're going to do tomorrow. I have forgotten. I think we were making our way south toward Leowin, weren't we? Something like that, because I think we had a couple of quests to do down in that area, and we were in the Breville area and had some Mages Guild stuff or something going on. Can't remember. We were down that general direction anyway. I think there were Breville quests to do. So, yeah, that should be cool. We'll figure it out on the go, won't we? Yeah. Oh, thank you all for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. Look after yourself, stay safe, have a good rest of your evening, have a good day tomorrow, all that good stuff. And I will see you around about 8 o'clock tomorrow for some Oblivion. Should be cool. So, until then, see you next time. Have a good night, folks. See ya.